I put together this short video for those of you who are curious about me and why I'm doing this podcast. I'm your host of the Unassuming Podcast. My name is Karen Phelan. And if I were to sum up my life in one quick mission, it's basically that I've spent most of it trying to understand why people believe the things that they believe and how those beliefs shape the world we live in. That preoccupation started when I was a child, and I realized that my religion teacher was confusing their beliefs for facts. That experience stayed with me, and eventually it was sharpened when I went to MIT. And as a scientist, I learned to be skeptical, to question assumptions, and to look more closely at what we think we know. Eventually, I went from science to management consulting. Don't ask. And I worked at big firms like Capgemini, EY, and Deloitte, where I was expected to apply rational methods and logical frameworks to solve our clients' problems. But in practice, I learned something very different. The models and frameworks don't work because people aren't rational. Human beings are messy, emotional, complicated, and mostly irrational, and so are the decisions that we make. As I moved into more complicated business transformation work at Pfizer and J&J, that insight became much clearer. The problems organizations struggle with are essentially people problems because all other types of problems can usually be traced back to either miscommunications or misunderstandings. That revelation shaped my own consulting companies and inspired my book called I'm Sorry I Broke Your Company, a humorous dissection of why and how many management processes and methods fail. Eventually, I had another epiphany. Many of these people problems are really differences in perspective. We don't see the world as it is. We filter it through our own assumptions, values, and beliefs. We assume that other people believe and see the way we do, but we're living and seeing very different realities. That realization led me to create Act Like an Icon, a personal improvement tool that uses method acting to instigate breakthroughs. It helps people expand and change their perspectives and thus improve their lives simply by role-playing iconic figures. So check it out if you want to at actlikeanicon.com, all totally free. My journey from skepticism to understanding beliefs and changing perspectives is the heart of Unassuming. This podcast is about challenging our assumptions through discussions so we can think differently and create better ideas about our world. My hope is that it helps us imagine a future that's more sustainable and equitable, and perhaps inspires each of us to play a part in making the world just a little better. Welcome to Unassuming.